day. So we come together on this splendid divine appointment to honor and to cherish and to celebrate, both individually and collectively, the presence of God in us, as us, through us, and all around us. So here we are on our beautiful divine appointment. So I'm Deborah Bryant. Please silence your cell phones. But first, check in on Facebook. Let people know that you're here. So I don't think we do. Do we have any first-time visitors? I don't think so. Anybody who hasn't been here in a while? Ann. We welcome you back. How about online? Anybody? Okay. Does anybody have a birthday, an anniversary, or something to celebrate? Laura.
Okay, so my son, my daughter-in-law, my two granddaughters, and my granddaughter are driving here from California as we speak to celebrate birthday week. So it's me, July 2nd, which is Wednesday. It's Sadie, July 3rd, which is Thursday. It's the country, which is July 4th. Sadie's going to be 15. The country's going to be 249. And somewhere in between.
Thanks for making us smile, Laura. Okay, do you have one, Deanna?
Well, yesterday I marched the whole Pride Parade.
Deanna. Marching the parade.
The 11th anniversary of the first time I marched in the parade.
Okay, wonderful. Woo! Thank you. Okay, Jackie.
Happy birthday.
Oh.
My and Bill's 40th anniversary.
Oh my goodness! Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary! And I want to celebrate yesterday, and I want to thank Dina. She invited us and a panel to come to. She arranged it at the Democratic headquarters, and it was a very beautiful event. So I honor you for putting that together for us and celebrate you.
And it was a very loving event. It was really quite beautiful.
Yeah, it was lovely. So thank you for making that happen. Okay, our beloved Stephen has something he would actually like to share. Anne.
And while Stephen's making his way, I'm still celebrating my birthday.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I wanted to share an extreme event that I participated in yesterday. I was co-creator of a very bad auto accident. It was partially my fault, and I know that. But I was making a U-turn on Cerrillos, and I had already committed to the turn, and suddenly there was somebody approaching at 60 or 70 miles an hour, and I tried to avoid them. I accelerated into the next lane and almost made it, but they hit me so hard on the right rear that it spun my truck around and flipped it over. And the only reason I know it was upside down is because of the way they had to drag me out. I was able to release the seatbelt, first thing I did, and then some people came and helped me open the door, and one man dragged me out, and all these people were concerned, and one man held my head until the paramedics arrived, just to be sure that I was in the best shape that I could be. And of course, these people had to go against their programming and help, even though we're always told, don't move them. And it was a miracle. I believe my unseen angels helped to orchestrate it so that I could come out in one piece. And the human angels involved, that was just amazing, just amazing. Thank you.
We are so glad you're here to tell us that story. Okay, Michou.
I have another idea.
Okay, I'm going to Michou, then I'll come to you.
Oh, I didn't know you
Hello.
had.
Yeah, and I am just celebrating the birthday of my friend Lola, who gave me the vehicle I am still driving.
Oh,
Nice.
Patty.
I'm celebrating that my brother-in-law of my sister who passed away, my brother, he's her husband. My sister passed away 2 years ago, and we haven't seen each other in probably 15 years. And he's here visiting, and I'm having the best time with him. So I'm celebrating that.
Yay!
Denise.
I just want to celebrate that we had a fantastic vacation, safe travels. We saw everybody we love so much. We saw the big water, the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, and we were just in heaven the whole time. So thank you all for your support of us being gone.
Great, wonderful. We're glad you had a great time, and we're glad you're back. Anybody else? Okay, well, let's sing We Celebrate You to Happy Birthday.
We celebrate you, we celebrate you, we celebrate you, we celebrate you, we celebrate you.
Yes, thank you. So, mark your calendars. We're going to have a delicious gathering for our first potluck. Do we have a date on that, Anne?
The 13th? That's a Sunday, right? I think it's a Sunday.
Okay.
Well, I'm
Okay, and so a sign-up sheet will appear maybe next week.
What's the date?
13th of July.
13th of July, so let's know. We're all going to have a splendid time visiting with each other.
Here,
Here.
potluck here.
For an extra faith lift
After service.
after service, you can sit with Patty or myself as a practitioner, get a kind of a prayer. Next week's music will be provided by
It's
It's Kathy and
Anita. Okay, awesome. So I think that is it.
I have an announcement.
and Jean is the practitioner online.
Oh, Jean is the practitioner online. Thanks, Denise.
I have a special announcement. So, you're the first to know, unless someone else happened to read their newsletter, that I am announcing my next class. And I will be offering it, it will start on the 15th of July. I will be offering it on that same day at 2 different times. A daytime class in person, an evening class online like I did before. And I would really suggest you read your newsletter. But next week there will be information out about it. It is about using our consciousness consciously.
Yes.
Where did my announce person go? Oh, she left me.
Oh, I got something else.
No, you have nothing else to do.
Go to your desk. Okay,
Interlude.
Joseph. I'm out of practice. Hi. I'm so happy to see you.
Glowing, getting some of that ocean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We soaked up as much of that as we could.
I would just like to ask, is anyone else in here freezing?
Yes.
I'm cold. Does anybody know how to work the thermostat by chance?
I'll do it.
Denise does.
Thank you, Denise. Priestesses of green eyes and red hair tended me as I lay in repair, reminding me of power to which I'm heir. Without a word, without a worry, where we are there is no need of names. I know all I ask them to explain. My only mission is to sing a song that I've been made of all along. Song of wood, song of stone, song of knowledge, song of bone, a single stream, a single tone, home. Song of life, song of soul, song is purpose without a goal, a single tear, always whole, home. Song of wood, song of stone, song of knowledge, song of bone, a single stream, a single tone, home. Song of life, song of soul, song is knowledge without a goal, always here, always home, home. Song of life, song of soul, song is purpose without a goal, always here, always home, home.
Yay, Martha's back.
Let's see here, which one do I want? Okay, the 4 directions. The heart knows. Connect to the divine within and access the power of your heart. Its wisdom and grace will guide, comfort, uplift, and inspire you to be who you have come here to be. Please stand and face east. East, air. Air is the most unique and mysterious of all the elements. It represents all that cannot be seen, the soul, heart, and spirit world. It can be unpredictable, playful, seductive, and soothing. Slowly breathe in. As you breathe out, trust in the wide open spaces of spirit. The time has come to soar higher and experience vibrant living. Please turn to your right. South, fire. Fire is considered a primary agent of change. Through its heat, fire purifies and transforms. The energy of fire is about self-expression in its alluring and wildly brilliant dance of light. Step into the fire and live. Slowly breathe in. As you breathe out, let go of all limiting beliefs and step into the fiery spark of creation as you live out loud. Please turn to your right. West, the Pacific Ocean, water. Water represents the flow of life. It gracefully conforms to any container or environment. It is a powerful example of non-resistance. Be aware of the day-to-day currents and move freely with them. Slowly breathe in. As you breathe out, let go and give yourself completely to the wisdom and flow within. You are awake and in awe. Please turn to your right. North. Earth energy is nurturing and grounding. A deep bond with the heart of Mother Earth is foundational for spiritual health because it gives each one a sense of purpose, invites us to be open and receptive, and reminds us of our interconnectedness with all life. Slowly breathe in. As you breathe out, take time to let go of the busyness of life and embrace the quiet by connecting with Mother Earth. Please turn to the center aisle or your screen. Close your eyes Put your hands over your heart and feel the presence of these elements within, honoring each as an element of spirit. Now open your eyes. Take a moment as you see with the eyes of God. Notice God looking back at you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Jean Watson, practitioner. Today's readings, I have 3. One is from Viktor Frankl, who said, "Everything can be taken away from a man, but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given situation or circumstance, to choose one's way." And from the book, Dare to Connect. Who I am is someone who has the power to create a heaven on earth for myself and to radiate a piece of that heaven to everyone whose life touches mine. And from the book, 1 Minute Can Change Your Life, an old mystic said this about himself: "I was a revolutionary when I was young, and my prayer to God was, 'Lord, give me the strength to change the world.' As I approached middle age, I realized that my life was halfway gone without changing a single soul. I changed my prayer to, 'Lord, give me the grace to change all those who come into contact with me, especially my family, and I shall be satisfied.' Now that I'm an old man and my days are numbered, I have begun to see how foolish I have been. Now my one prayer is this: Lord, give me the grace to change myself. If I had prayed that right from the start, I would not have wasted my life." And our affirmation, I will read it through and then we'll say it together. Every thought and action I take can heal the hurts within and around me. Every thought
And
and
I
action
can heal the hurts within and around me.
and so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you, Jean. Good morning. I'm Joseph Saleck, the music director here. And this morning, our musical guest is Michou Landon. Michou is a star child, descending, playing with words and song this life to support wise and wakeful embodiment for herself and her species. She feels most at home where she can see and remember her roots in the curvature of the earth. She suspects her 23andMe profile would reveal her to be about equal parts human, betazoid, and tree. Among humans, she leads meditative movement practices and offers editorial consultation for writers as well as sessions in evolutionary witnessing. She is a published poet, a lyricist, and a singer, and we're one of these days, which Michou and I have been collaborating for 3 or 4 years now, and one of these days we're going to get around to recording some of those songs.
Yes.
So, thank you. And we're going to share some of those right now. Please join me in welcoming Michou Landon.
next song I'll need it. I need to be an octopus for the next song. So.
Seeing's believing, they always say. But what if that's simply a lie? What if believing directs our eye to see what our thoughts reaffirm? Rise, rise above. Rise, rise, rise. Rise, rise, reach up. Let your eyes raise your heart to the sky. If someone is suffering, someone's to blame. For Paul to laugh, Peter must cry. Where is it written it works that way? Who told us we cannot all fly? Rise, rise above. Rise, rise. Rise, rise, reach up. Let your eyes raise your heart to the sky. One man told the truth, and the blind could see. His healing the laws did defy. We might doubt the proof, yet it comes to be on just one thing we can rely. Love, love, love. Keep your eyes on the prize. Love, love's enough. Time to outgrow your world-weary disguise. Rise, rise above. Rise, rise. Rise, rise, reach up. Let your eyes raise your heart to the skies. Keep your eyes on the prize. Let your eyes raise your heart to the sky.
Good morning, everybody. Oh my gosh, I am so happy to look into all of your faces. and welcome you to this beautiful day at Everyday Center for Spiritual Living. Ooh. As Rita said. Ooh. Exactly. We are taking a look this morning at the power of this moment. And as many of us are familiar, Eckart Tolle devoted now many books to the power of now. My title today is The Time Is Now. So what time is it?
Now.
There you go. Oh my God, you guys are a bright group. And we so easily forget that now is the moment of creation. We so easily forget that now is the only moment that really counts. That now is the moment that decides a lot about what the next moment will hold. We treat the passing of the moments so casually. Because 5 minutes is no big deal, right? If it's only going to take us 5 minutes to accomplish an errand, let's say, well, 5 minutes is no big deal. But those are 5 nows. Those are 5 nows. And then there's what precedes those nows, which can be a decision to make a U-turn, which can be a decision to walk the whole march, even though Deanna Joy had already made allowances within herself to rest if she needed to. But she walked the whole march, deciding with each step to continue. We disregard the importance of the moment without even realizing that we're disregarding the importance of the moment. Because our tendency is more to look at half hours or hours or days. And I recognize the habits that we have developed over, if you'll pardon the expression, time. The habits that we have developed around time. And what I'm inviting us to do is to change them. And at this point in our lives, whatever that is for each of us, it may seem like, well, why in the world would I want to think about that? Why would I want to give a single thought to changing that particular habit? Well, as I reflected on this topic, it occurred to me that if we changed our mind, or as we change our minds about this particular habit, that our experience of life might change. When we were on vacation this past 10 days, which for me to even say that sounds like an eternity, because for us to take a 10-day vacation is a huge deal. And one of the most delicious things about it, while there were many, including food, lots of delicious food, one of the most delicious things about it was that the way that we had organized ourselves in advance, our plans in advance, left plenty of room for spontaneity, plenty of room for rest and relaxation, plenty of room for doing nothing, no thing. Plenty of room. And when I started telling people that we had decided to drive to California, and they were looking at me like, "You're what? Why are you taking the time?" They wanted to know. "Why are you taking the time to drive?" And we said, because we feel the same way about it, because we find it relaxing. We enjoy the opportunity to take in our surroundings. And as it happened this trip, because we've done this a few times since we've lived here, as it happened this trip, we took a different route. And it was like, wow. And what was interesting about it was, I'm not going to bother, because if I start telling you how we came into California, I'm going to sound like the Californians, if anybody's ever seen them on Saturday Night Live. Anyway, but I had made that trip going the other direction many times and never paid any attention turning around to go home, which was at that time Southern California, turning around to go home at what I was seeing around me. This time, it was as if I'd never been there before. And because of the way we trade off the drive, we each get an opportunity to really enjoy where we are, what we're passing through. And we sing and we listen to books and but we're always very engaged with our environment. And I have to tell you this one part specifically. So we're on our way back to New Mexico. And, we're driving from Flagstaff and we're, on our way through Arizona and going past Grant and Gallup and just past Gallup, it was as if there were a line drawn in the sky. We could see where New Mexico sky began. I'm not kidding. The blue, the white clouds, it was like looking at a movie set where the movie set stopped at about here and the New Mexico sky appeared just beyond that. And it was like, because that's what the New Mexico sky makes us do, is go, That is being in the moment. That is being in the moment. And the advantage of being in the moment is making the most of it. Having the opportunity to make the most of it and making the most of it can just be being in the fullness of our feelings in the moment. Let's say that we're filled with emotion about something, or we're filled with gratitude about something, or we're just feeling curious about something. You know what we tend to do with curiosity? Is just pass it on by. Well, that's nice. Curiosity is nice. But, you know, I can almost hear a parental voice, although I didn't deal with this particular parental voice, although I had my share. You know, curiosity is fine, but you should get a real job. Curiosity feeds us. Curiosity is a workout with a trainer for our imagination.
Yes.
And the trainer is our own wisdom that doesn't necessarily always have a full opportunity to share what it feels is relevant in the moment. What guidance really is in the moment, because we're so busy moving to the next moment. Having had my official birthday this week, I was thinking a lot about how people view age, particular numbers, and what that must mean. And I say something unrepeatable, but I say ridiculous. Because age has nothing to do with reality. I can hear somebody in the room going, what? It's probably the physicist. Really, age has nothing to do with reality. And here's the real shocker. Time and space also have nothing to do with reality.
That's right.
We developed the ideas of time and space. We human beings decided that things needed definition. And because the sun was moving in a certain direction, or the moon was moving in a certain direction, or whatever was happening at the time, that must mean that it was this particular place on the sundial, and which the sundial reflected. Of course, the sundial happened to be positioned that way, but anyway, we put all of that together and decided on time and space. So, if we were to reconsider time and space, and how those two things tend to define us and tend to define our life experience. If we were to reconsider What might we do with our reconsideration? It's not going to be the same for each of us, because that's one of the delicious things of being freed from the idea of time and space, is that we each get to decide then what, if anything, defines us, including this thing called age. What, if anything, restricts us or restrains us or limits us in any way. Mind you, our philosophy will tell you over and over and over and over again, thanks to Ernest Holmes and the many who influenced him and participated in the creation of New Thought, that there is no limitation. There ain't no such thing. Now, that's quite a kind of a, what? There's no limitation? But look at all of the limitations that I see, and look at all the limitations that I experience. Jean shared with us many important things in her readings this morning, not the least of which was what we see is informed by what we believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm inviting us to think about if we believed something different. Now, each one of us probably has a thing on our mind. Of course, not right now, because you have nothing better to do than listen to me. But you have a thing on your mind or on your heart. Putting that in the context, just trying it on for size, just experiencing the experiment of dropping it in to a world where there is no time or space and there are no limitations. Then what about that thing? How important is that thing? How restricting is that thing? How defining is that thing? It's very interesting for us to take a look, to observe where our minds go out of habit about everything that I've already said. Where our minds go about age, where our minds go about time and space, where our minds go about limitation. All of it. So all of a sudden I'm saying, it's gone. Now what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how precious is every moment? Since moments are a continuum. Now, how precious is every breath? Now, how mindfully might we approach every opportunity? And how many more opportunities might we discover from this perspective? Where we saw none before, because we were so busy looking at the lack of opportunity. Yeah. What might be realized? You know, it's not that I'm going to stand here and give you some kind of litany of all of the wonders that might be realized, that's for you to discover. Because they're your wonders. And then we can share them. But they're your wonders to discover. First wonder, since birthdays are in the air, how about being timeless and ageless?
Amen.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Why not? Why not be timeless and ageless? Why not have vibrant, radiant vitality just running through your system, constantly just exuding life and enthusiasm for life out into everywhere you go?
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
You know why not? Because we say so.
That's right.
And that's because somebody else said so.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's because somebody else before them said so.
Yep.
And, you know, it's interesting about cultural patterns, which are also made up, because everybody has to buy in for there to be a cultural pattern.
Right.
Do you know what buy-in means? It means agreement. Everybody has to go along, whether they actually have to or not. They believe they have to.
Yep.
Made up.
Yep.
Total fabrication.
Yeah.
Now, there's at least one person sitting in this room that I happen to know doesn't buy into cultural norms at all.
Just one.
I don't know how long ago he decided not to buy into cultural norms, but I'll tell you what, it's worked for him. I work with a client that once she was able to give up her attachment to cultural norms, for the first time in her life, she felt free.
Right.
And she was already in her 70s. And she started living a new life. So it's an invitation. I've given you a lot to think about. You know, if all this stuff is made up, if all this stuff is a figment of somebody else's imagination,
Yeah.
which is the worst. If it was a figment of our imagination, it would be different. But it's a figment of somebody else's imagination. Just spend the week catching yourself thinking about groups of moments rather than the moment. And catch yourself thinking about limitation where there is none. And catch yourself thinking about time and space being this open Santa Fe sky that goes on and on and on and on and on in comfort and ease and bliss and love and wholeness. That's what it means to have this life. That's what it means to have been given this life. That's what we're here to enjoy. And I think it's about time we give it a shot.
Yes.
Amen.
Yay.
And so it is.
So it is.
I'm praying. No, I'm waiting for you. I'm praying over the microphone while you guys arrive. Oh yeah, there's that. Denise, how would you like to do that today?
Oh, all right.
You don't have anything else to do. So how about if you do the collection today?
All right. Why not?
It's
Okay.
it's always a joy.
You're welcome.
All right, so can I invite the ushers to come forward, please? And as we prepare our donation, our giving, our reciprocity, giving and receiving, just remember it with the energy that Rev Ann just spoke about. Like, why not? Why not be abundant? Why not be generous? And hold that offering, whether you give online or once a month or however you give. Know that you're giving right now by your presence. And so if you would just infuse your energy into the baskets, into your giving, and say with me our sharing affirmation. The love of Spirit blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive abundantly. And so it is. Thank you. So everyone remember the class that Rev Ann is launching in July? It's just in a couple days away, July. How did that happen? Patty, what is your group?
The SOM magazine group,
Yeah.
first and third Saturdays.
So this Saturday is the Science of Mind
Yes, at 1:30.
at 1:30 at Patty's house. Yeah, we've got lots going on, and it's midsummer, so we can make splashes everywhere we go. All right, if you would just direct your energy again to the baskets and all the contents and everything that is making its way to the baskets, to the Everyday Center for our distribution. Sending it out to where it's needed, sending it out with our tithes, with our utilities, all of the things, and all of our service providers that provide our center with abundant, vibrant space. And we know that it ripples out and out and out to unknown places, and we give joy and gratitude for that. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you for your patience. Let's see if
It's
I can-
worth the wait.
No, thanks.
can do this. Give it a go. Ready? Okay.
Goddess is rising, a new world arriving. Her heart is our heart, loving everything. The goddess is rising, a new world arriving. Her eyes are our eyes, dazzled in her blink. Tell us life is rhythm. Hark and tide are right there with him. The novelist says life is spirals, creativity unbridled. All you are is in your heartbeat, proud of being under your feet. Where you're going is not out there. We become what we know in here. The goddess is rising, new world arriving. Our ears are her ears, listen to her sing. The goddess is rising, a new world arriving. Our minds are her minds, let wisdom ring. From sea waves to brain waves, life is more than nights and days. Consciousness is always yearning to know itself in what you're learning. Providence is blind to merit, pouring forth simply to share it. The destination isn't priesthood, all it's